Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of Into the Void. This is a game between Flynn and DataLore on Dusk Towers. Yes, two silver players for our weekly inspection of Bronze and Silver League play. This was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. If you too would like to submit a replay to Into the Void, then do the same thing as these two here. Okay, I'm not sure which one actually sent it, but one of these guys did. I will send every single one I get to my screeners. They will look through every single one, find me the best one, send it to me, and I will cast it. In the top side of Dusk Towers, we have the red Zerg player. It is Flynn. And in the bottom side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is a DataLore. DataLore going for a hatch first. Check that out. Boom! Hatch first coming from our blue Zerg player. What is the thing from the red? And might be going for a hatch first here too. Actually late on the minerals. How is he so late compared to his opponent there? Okay, this is silver level, silver versus silver, so mysteries will abound. Bear with me for the next few minutes. All right, Star Trek question for you. So in Star Trek The Next Generation, the android's name is Data. I think they call him Data. And he has an evil twin brother, like an evil robot brother that was created by the same dude. And I swear his name is Lore. Is that right? Without the E there, so L-O-R. If that is correct, please let me know in the comments. This is some kind of crazy Star Trek reference from a Star Trek show back in the 90s, which really dates me. I think some of you guys who are watching this weren't even necessarily alive during the 90s, which kind of freaks me out a little bit, to be honest. Alright, DataLore is scouting though, so going for that hatch first before his opponent and getting a drone up to see what's going on. Checks out the hatch first play from his opponent. There is an extractor, there is a spawning pool coming up, very standard stuff, but double gas here actually for DataLore, which tells me he's either planning on going for a Nidus or some kind of a crazy roach all-in here, because he needs a lot of gas for that many roaches, or for a Nidus going to a lair. Also fantastic. Does he immediately saturate? He does with 2 workers on each gas. So he's almost taking a page out of the Protoss handbook. I wonder if this guy mains Protoss. Because look at this. I don't think I've ever seen this before. A good Maynard transfer there, sending the drones on over. It's called a Maynard after the player Maynard, who's been playing since vanilla StarCraft, and that was something that he used to do. He'd throw down an expansion. I think he was Terran though. His SCVs would run down, send about half of them down to his expansion to about halfway saturate that as it came up. That was called a Maynard. Everybody started doing it, as we can see here, and it really stuck. So that guy pioneered it. He's a good follow on Twitter too. I believe he just got engaged, which is kind of cool. So shout out to Maynard. Somebody I've been watching and following for a really long time in the StarCraft scene. Bloop! There goes the drone. Dead drone there. Did not run. DataLore refusing to run with that drone, instead choosing to live a good life and die a good death. Baneling Nest on the way for our red Zerg player. DataLore is doing what here? Getting a Baneling Nest of his own. Okay, so it's going to be Banelings versus Banelings here. Now, I'm going to assume this doesn't end in the next 2 minutes where somebody gets a huge Baneling hit and kills every single ling of his opponent and then just wrecks face after that, because my screeners know better than to send me those ones. I haven't watched this, I just trust them to send me good replays. So the hatch first was encouraging. The fact that it wasn't a pool first with extractor into a pool was excellent, because it means the baneling timings can't be too quick. It does allow both players time to get up their own defenses if they choose to do so. I mean, right now they just have banelings. I don't see any spine crawlers coming up at all. Here come the lings for Flynn though. Only a couple down here for DataLore. It is officially 2 to 8 lings. Flynn with the upper hand there. Going to try to go a bit of a long way around. Look at that sneaky pathing. Oh, gets his speed up too. Patrolling back and forth, waiting for that baneling nest to finish. It is finished. Can he make banelings with it? Flynn? Yes, he can make banelings if he so chooses, but for whatever reason, he is instead making drones and getting a lair. Just patrolling back and forth, making sure that nobody crazy comes up through here. Big old groups of lings coming to kill him. What you can do is set up your overlords across this map here like Flynn is doing, which I like quite a bit. And kind of try to see the timings of any big ling attacks and bam. Oh no, they almost got it. Cancel. Now, cancel. Oh, there's the cancel. Nicely done. Nicely done, DataLore, with the cancel. Ling here, making sure a third base doesn't come down without him knowing about it. And the lings are inside the main base. Can they kill this queen? There's nothing here for DataLore. DataLore, what are you doing? Boom! And queen ends up dead. He does have a roach swarm that's just about to pop. All of these drones are going to die. Runaway drones. Run for their lives. Oh, these guys are trapped. The pathing is bad. Okay, lings coming on down. Oh, lings of his own popping out, though. DataLore might be able to hold this. They do manage to take down a spine crawler. Can they get another queen before they die? Oh, 2 queens. Flynn. Man, that was just a tiny little poke. A tiny little poke, but I think 8 Zerglings managed to kill 2 queens. Managed to kill some drones there, too. 7 total have died, but I think 1 died inside Flynn's base. So DataLore has lost 6 in exchange for 8 lings. That is effective play from Flynn. So in your ZVZs, why not? Poke in there with a small group of lings, see what you can do. You might get lucky, especially at this level. Kill a couple queens, kill some workers, and really put yourself ahead here. Flynn up 34 to... Nope, just kidding. Man, ZVZ is crazy. It was like 34 to 26 harvesters, and now it's within 2 because injects are really good. Losing the queens, though, for DataLore is going to slow down those injects so much. I don't know if he can recover at this level. We'll see if DataLore can pull it out, though. Roach Warren for Flynn a little bit late here, too. He does have that double extractor here. What is this happening? Queen does take down a Ling, taking the third base now. DataLore a little bit worried to take his third base. He already was forced to cancel one. He already lost a couple queens. He's playing defensively. He has some defensive banelings. He is getting, what, more Lings. He's not even making use of his Roach Warren, which I think would be good. Roaches are really good against Lings, unless the Lings are in huge numbers and they have upgrades. But for the most part, Roaches are good, especially against Banelings, absorbing those hits. But again, choosing not really to go with those at all. Going for a Hydralisk Den instead, getting more and more Banelings. Centrifugal Hooks just about to finish. DataLore wants to have speed Banelings, and he wants to have them now. Again, they're way across the map. I usually prefer to morph them in a little bit closer to the opponent's base, just so I can walk them in without having to walk clear across the map, because Banelings are not that fast. Even with speed here, off creep, their smooth speed to 4.13. So, I mean, they're not terribly slow, but look how long it takes them to catch up to these speedlings. Overlord placement for Flynn is amazing. If he's paying attention to the minimap, which is hard to do, it's hard to do when I'm casting. I can't imagine how hard it is to do when you're actually playing a game that is super intense. Okay, I can imagine because I try it, and it's even harder. But he should be able to see this and be prepared for it. I don't know. Banelings of his own arm morphing in. Baneling versus Baneling action here. Oh, big old hit. Taking out some of those Lings. The Lings getting a full surround. Baneling. DataLore kind of, I don't want to say what I want to say. It was a premature explosion there from DataLore. He wasted so many Banelings on that queen and didn't even kill it. He tried to kill those morphing in Banelings, but the eggs were a little bit tougher than he expected. The Banelings ended up surviving. All the Lings are dead, though, which is a bit of a problem here. 15 Lings dead for Flynn. 15 for DataLore. It doesn't show Banelings lost if they explode intentionally. It's kind of nuts. Resources lost, maybe? DataLore with 225 gas lost. That makes sense. I can see that. That is a lot of dead Banelings. And that attack did not go well at all for our Star Trek enthusiast. Alright, but he's got his queens back, which is excellent. He's injecting pretty darn well. He's getting his third and his fourth extractors. What is Flynn up to? Double evolution chamber. Woo! Missile upgrade and carapace upgrade. Going for those roaches with the upgrades. DataLore getting a lurker den and hydras. Okay, that's what the hydra den was for. He's going for a lurker roach combination, which is very potent in ZVZ if you can get the positioning correct. Flynn, on the other hand, what is Flynn working on? Just glial reconstitution. He's getting upgraded roaches, and that's it. Not getting hydras, not getting lurkers, not getting swarm hosts. I don't think he's making any kind of a push for mutas, but we'll have to wait and see. Flynn is up 48 to 34 harvesters. There they are, popping on in there. It's now 59 to 35. Flynn macroing like a boss. This is really good for silver play. And I know this happens every week. People say, oh, this is way too good for Into the Void, or oh, this is way too bad for Mid-Rake Madness. But I'm telling you, the difference in level of skill from silver all the way to platinum is kind of nuts. Like, you just don't see uniform, I want to say uniform skill level as you would expect going up those levels. You could play someone who's silver who's really good. You can play somebody who is platinum who's actually not that fantastic. Maybe all they can do is rush, and if you stop the rush, then you beat them. It's just kind of crazy. I mean, yes, once you start getting into Diamond, Master, Grandmaster, it's really hard to find bad players up there, just because that's like the top 50% of all StarCraft 2 players who are in those levels. And yeah, Diamond today means a lot more than Diamond used to back in Wings of Liberty, I can tell you that. Heading out with the creep spread. Flynn's creep spread actually looks really good too. I'm impressed. What's your APM? Over 100 for Flynn. DataLore with over 100 too. Nicely done, ladies and gentlemen. Very impressed here. Alright, so hanging out right now, both players not really interested in actually making an aggressive move. DataLore did not have very much success with his attack. Flynn did, though. I'm not sure why he's hanging out. He has Ravagers here. Are we going to see Corrosive Bile in our Into the Void this week? We might. We very, very well might. Sending out a couple Lings just to scout on out. This Ling says, nothing's coming my way, and it's kind of freaking me out. Upgrades +1/+1 there for Flynn. Just so beautiful. Lurkers with no upgrades at all, although... No, +2/+2's on the way for Flynn. DataLore not getting upgrades. That could come back to bite him. That is usually a problem. What was that? Oh, a Ling trying to make it all the way up here. Did actually scout the Ravager. But I like this lurker play. Man, lurkers are so darn good against armored units. Where is it? 30 damage versus armored. Really good against roaches. Not so good against ravagers. Because again, ravagers are not armored. They have 120 hit points. And it takes quite a few lurker spines to actually take one down. This Ling for DataLore trying to chase these guys. And nope, turn around and kill him. Stop following us, they say. Leave us alone. It's like your little brother trying to follow you to the park or something. Alright, so this is almost a pure Ravager with a few roaches mixed in play with a single Baneling too. If that Baneling can get a hit on the Hydras, it might actually make itself work out. But he's coming up the ramp here. Single Roach immediately dies. No, the Roach lives. Flynn was not on attack move, but no, Baneling, what are you doing? No, no, no. No, 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 Flynn, no. Oh, Flynn. You can't get Banelings up a ramp when there are lurkers. I know they're not armored units, but still, the damage is still pretty good. 20 damage on those spines is enough to tear through Banelings really fast. Okay, Overseers mix in. There we go. There it is. Overseers in here. Flynn is going for it. Corrosive Vials being tossed on down. They do get a single lurker. Almost. Almost get it. Get it. There it is. How many does that take? 4? 4 Corrosive Vials. More Corrosive Vials getting tossed on down, taking down another lurker. Man, this use of Corrosive Bile, very, very impressive from Flynn. Brings the Overseer in. He does take some hits from the spines. But I think overall this is working for him. Corrosive Bile's tossed down, weakening all of the lurkers. Most of them are down to less than 50% health. This one is not, but that's okay. Just dancing back and forth. Flynn making some good decision. Corrosive Bile actually catching a couple roaches there, weakening them as well. Not killing anything. But again, weakened units are good, and Flynn decides to head back home. Flynn... Okay, so just backs up a little bit, makes a ton more Ravagers. +2/+2 is here for Flynn. At the 11-minute mark for silver level, that is like Olympic gold, man. That is fantastic play. Infestors on the way for DataLore. DataLore? We're not supposed to see Infestors at silver level. What is happening? All right. Okay, he's going to try to do this thing. Flynn moving on down. Overseers mixed in these +2/+2 Ravagers, making sure there's not a fourth base coming up from DataLore, and no. No, there is not. Creep spread, again, pretty well curbed right here. There's nowhere that DataLore can go with this, not with a huge army sitting outside his base. And again, no attack upgrades for the roaches. There is a +1 ground carapace, though. Oh, and there we go. +1/+1 just must now have finished. Indeed, it did just now, finishing Burrow on the way for Flynn. Changelings walking on in here, and the Lings are trying to get a quick scout on, and they do. They see the composition, I think. Nope, sees the Infestors. Sees the Ravagers, sees the Roaches, just kind of dancing back and forth. Not quite sure what to make of this poor Ling is. I'm not sure what else he can scout out. There's not much happening inside this base. I don't see a Spire or anything. There's double evolution chamber, but whatever. He knows about the infestation pit. He doesn't see a hive on the way. So that's good news. And Flynn decides to head on back home. So players, doing the dance. Doing the I am too scared to commit dance, which is very close to the I have to go potty dance that my toddler exhibits every once in a while. Creep spread again, non-existent. Is DataLore going to push forward slowly, maybe, with the lurkers setting up siege lines and then pushing forward on front of those? Here we go. DataLore, I believe in you. I believe in you. You're down 194 to 153 total supply, which again is not great, is not ideal, but we're going to make it happen anyway. DataLore sneaking up. Is he going to do the high ground thing? DataLore, do it. Do it. No, no. Taking the actual narrow choke, standard positioning to get to this base, which just is so scary to come in this choke. You get surrounded by an arc there and you die. Here it is. Lurkers burrowing on in, trying to go for it, and there are Infestors here throwing down Fungal Bile. Oh, not Fungal Bile. Fungal Growth. And the Biles are coming down. I guess it is Fungal Bile there, killing a few of the Ravagers. The Lurkers are pretty much going unchecked here. Is there any detection? Yes, there is. There is detection. All the Lurkers are gone. The Roaches are trying to hold their own against these Ravagers. They're taking a lot more damage than I would expect, but they are slowly getting whittled down here. Corrosive Bile helping with it, not dodging effectively well there is DataLore, and the army is cleaned up. But Flynn lost a lot too. Flynn lost a lot. 152 to 123 total supply, going for the counterattack. And this might do a lot of damage. In production for DataLore, though, of 13 Roaches, 11 Hydras, and 4 Infestors. Okay, if those guys pop out in time, this attack will not do anything, but Flynn has about 8 seconds before this happens. And here they come. This queen going to die very, very quickly, but the Hydras and the Roaches are slowly moving on out. Lings coming in from Flynn, though. The Lings actually adding a lot of DPS here. Corrosive Bile's landing on top of the Hydras. Oh, almost taking the Hydras down. The Hydras putting in work, though, from a distance. More Roaches coming in from Flynn here. Can DataLore hold? He has these Infestors. Is there enough for Fungal? I don't know if there are. Infested Terrans get tossed down, and the Infestors end up completely dead. Infested Terrans actually being used and doing quite a bit of damage to the Roaches here, and actually staying alive longer than 2 seconds. Pretty incredible. Some links pop out just at the last second for DataLore. Get a full surround on these roaches. And yes, I believe DataLore might survive to see another day here. The infested Terrans, again, I cannot believe how long these guys lasted. Did any of them die? They're going to commit suicide right now. There they go. But man alive, those guys actually put in work. It's been so long since I've seen infested Terrans do anything, let alone in a ZVZ. Just incredible, incredible hold there by DataLore. Getting Lings out just barely in time. Getting Hydras and Roaches out. All of them died, but they held. It's 133 to 91 total supply. This base for Flynn is up and running. Both players have a huge bank. Pro tip from Falcon Paladin, please spend your money. I know it's hard. Get a macro hatch as Zerg if you have to. Make sure your injects are spot on. Expand 100 times if you need to, but spend that money. There it is. Whoa! DataLore spent his money. Hydras, Roaches, Queens, upgrades, an Ultralisk Cavern. Wow. DataLore heard me. He heard me. Flynn, do the same thing. You have available supply. Getting Ultra Cavern of his own. Oh. Alright, so Flynn versus DataLore turning into an ultra combat type situation. I love this in ZVZ. This is one of my favorite things to see, is the Ultra versus Ultra, because the micro's kind of weird. Fungals can hold them in place. If you have Hydras mixed in, they can be really good. Roaches, too, another good combination, but as far as shooting up, Roach Ultralisk is not really in the top 10 of the best available stuff. Morphing in additional lurkers, DataLore had some good success with lurkers on that previous attack, but man, look at this. Flynn expanding again. He is staying one base ahead of his opponent, but I think his opponent might have ultras out before he does. He has, whoa, Flynn was saving his money for ultras. I apologize, Flynn. I apologize profusely, man. I did not intend to insult you for saving up money. You were saving that for ultras. You sly dog. Getting chitinous plating, getting +2 melee attack too. Okay, so 8 ultras. Is it 8? Yeah, 8 ultras versus 11 roaches, 3 hydras, and 4 lurkers. Flynn might have this if he decides to attack soon enough. DataLore is getting +3/+3 himself. Another attack. Lings popping on in. Good fungal catching a bunch of those lings, though. Another fungal. Whoa, holding everybody in place here. Lurkers are trying to burrow into this army. Actually, attack moving. There's the burrow from DataLore, getting a good angle and forcing Flynn back home. But here come the ultras. They're basically unsupported, though. But man, they have +3 armor, and here they come. Ultras trundling right on in top of these lurkers, and the lurkers kill them. They do extra damage versus armored, mind you. They're actually slowly whittling down these ultras, trying to get back to the safety of the lurkers here and taking a lot of damage, but bringing the ultras back into those spines. Look at this. Wow, ultras getting torn apart. This one is still alive. Back up to the spines. Oh, the roaches are completely dead. Nope, just kidding. That roach survives, and he does take down the ultra by himself. What a hero. What a hero this roach is. He feels very proud of himself, I'm sure. But man, the lurkers did all that damage. 12 kills, 26 kills on this lurker. Build a statue of this lurker back on the homeworld. Wow, and 20 on this one too. Lurkers are good. Lurkers are good if your opponent doesn't bring any overseers in a ZVZ. That's your another pro tip from Falcon Paladin. More ultras popping on in. Flynn says, you know what? When in doubt, more ultras. Power upgrades, 7 armor on these guys. Also the Zerglings, basically +3/+3 upgraded too. And it's just an Ultra Ling composition. One of my favorite things to do as Zerg is Ultra Ling. I know it's not the best against everything, but it just feels so nice. It's so fast. It's so tanky. Yes, it dies to many, many things, but at the same time, fantastic play. Do you not know there are lurkers here, Flynn? Flynn, where's your overseer? Where is it? Okay, losing 1 ultra very, very quickly and then retreating back on home. There are the overseers. He was just a little bit too ahead. A little bit too ahead of the group here. Here come the overseers, here come the ultras, here come the lings. I don't know how much it matters though. Single ultra, 2 ultras from DataLore here. Another reinforcing, more reinforcements from Flynn coming down. Are the ultras starting to die? Are the lurkers alive? I don't think the lurkers are alive, but all the ultras for Flynn are completely gone. Overseers getting sniped down by these hydras with +3/+3 too. Wow, bad news indeed. 48 kills. Come here. Come here, let me give you a kiss, lurker. Let me give you a little kiss. 48 kills on a single lurker. He's a metamorph. He's been a metamorph for a while, but holy cow. I'm serious. Make a statue of that sucker on Char, although I think Char is not there anymore. This Zerg homeworld world is, I guess, Ire? Is it still Ire, I suppose? The Protoss did not manage to redeem it. I don't know. Go watch my Protoss, what is it? Legacy of the Void playthrough on my channel. I might put a link up here, but just search it. There's a playlist. Legacy of the Void playthrough campaign for Falcon Paladin. Didn't get many views, but I had a good time playing it. That's really all that mattered, I think. What are you doing, Flynn? This is not optimal composition. This is not really good at all, but he's going to try to make it happen anyway. Not attack moving. DataLore, turn around. DataLore, no, Banelings absolutely evaporating to these lurkers. What? Oh my gosh. Zergling kills do help to pad the stats of these lurkers. Bad rally on this Ultra, taking more and more shots here. Lot more dead. So many Ultras have died here for Flynn. How many? 19 Ultralisks. 19 for Flynn. That is just absolutely, unbelievably brutal. 12,700 minerals lost, 6,000 gas lost for DataLore. Flynn, 23,000 minerals and 10,000 gas. Setting the lurkers up completely, locking down this fourth base. Ultra versus Ultra. Nope, not going to happen. Flynn had enough reinforcements there to catch that guy out of position. But the lurkers are slicing through so many drones. It is 50 to 46 harvesters. DataLore is ahead. 177 to 87 total supplies. So many drones are dying. It just, oh. The drones, the poor drones. And that base absolutely ends up dead. Lurkers need to burrow now, and they do, forcing Flynn away. Flynn has learned his lesson. He's learned his lesson about dealing with lurkers. You do it with outlings. You do it with overseers, maybe with like roaches, but yeah, right now all it can do is pretty much make lings, and that's not going to do it for him at all. Lurker? Where are you? Where are you, Lurker? Where are you, Lurker? Did you die? Did my hero Lurker die? Oh, I don't see him here. This guy's only 32 though. Wasn't it like 48 with the previous one? Oh man, our hero Lurker died. All the more reason to make a statue for him. Alright, Lurker's burrowing on this ramp. The lings, blah, getting exploded from the inside by spines. Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all. That's it. DataLore, 177 to 50 total supply. Single Ultra, trying to do what it can. It just have 3 kills before it ends up dead to the Hydralisks. All the Overseers are gone too. Flynn, it's time to tap out, my friend. You have played mighty valiantly. You did well with your 169 APM, but that's it. Flynn with a rage quit. DataLore's victorious, and Flynn has left the game. Again, pretty fantastic display of silver versus silver here. I know this always happens. Somehow the Midrank Madness looks worse than it should be, and the Into the Void looks better than it should be, but you saw the portraits. It was silver versus silver. What can I do for you? I don't know, but man, DataLore, nice comeback. I really think it came down to when Flynn showed up with all those Ultras and didn't recognize there were Lurkers here and didn't bring Overseers. That was it. If he had some Overseers with that army, he had the bigger army than DataLore. He had a better composition. He had better upgrades. He would have crushed this base, and possibly won the game. But man, he forgot Overseers. He didn't recognize there were Lurkers there until it was too late, and that's it. That is it. Both players actually not doing too poorly with injects. Look how late into the game it is, and all of DataLore's hatcheries are injected, except for this one. That's okay. That's okay. Fantastic, fantastic showing from DataLore. He will be promoted in no time. All right, that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another weekly edition of Into the Void. Stick around to hear the song Into the Void as played by our own old guy, or old dude. Dang it, it's old dude, isn't it? And sung by old dude at the end of this cast. You can catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on. Looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the void. And you're running into the void.